Things are happening. In fact, you never know it until you are told. Today's story is a very sad one about a guy we shall call Efu. Now, when Efu met his wife, the education level of his wife wasn't that good. And Efo loves the wife. In fact, he loves the wife so much that he decided to help the wife further her education, at least so that she could also get some work to do. So Efo registered the wife to a school, both physical and online. And even Efo went ahead and helped the wife in writing some of her exam. In fact, he has been teaching a wife, in all the process of the education. Fortunately, the wife was able to write the final examination and she passed. She was given a certificate, and fortunately, when she went out looking for work, she was able to get a very good, decent work. So they are married because the necessary traditional rites have been done, and while staying together as man and wife, they were able to, give birth to about two children. So they've been there, living happily. Where the wife works, in fact, the wife has been doing well at a place of work, and it's a tradition that every year at the end of the year they have a party. Some companies do it. A company, they have a party where all everybody comes together to celebrate at the end of the year. So one of the years and one of the occasions, it happened that all employees must bring their spouses to the end of year party. And so Ethel's wife told him that this is the situation, and therefore they have to go. When the day came, they prepared, they looked good, and they all went. Whilst at the party grounds, somebody came to talk to the wife. In fact, it is the cousin, the wife's cousin, a relative to the wife, came and talked to the wife. They were all standing there having a conversation when this lady came. And this lady told the wife, whispered something into Ethel's wife's ear. And so the moment that happened, the Ethel's wife told him that, excuse me, she's coming. And so this cousin took Ethel's wife away. Ethel was standing, I don't know whether he was standing alone or with others, but close to about 30 minutes, the wife was not coming back. And so he got alarmed. A husband who loved the wife so much, he got alarmed and wanted to find out what was happening. Why is the wife cannot coming back after having gone for close to 30 minutes? And so he saw where they passed. So he followed and was looking into rooms, offices to find out whether he could find the wife. But he couldn't find the wife. And he heard that in some of the rooms ahead, some of the offices ahead, some people were chatting. So he went closer, and when he opened the door, a group of big men, to put, elderly men, they seemed to be the executives of the company. They were seated, drinking. And when he looked again, he saw his wife sitting on the laps of one of the men. In fact, this man has a very huge stomach, So the wife was sitting on the laps of a man with a very big stomach. And it appears nobody, observe or notice his presence. In fact, they were engrossed in whatever they were doing that they didn't notice that Efo has entered the room. And so Efo then shouted, "What is going on here?" And to his surprise, the wife ignored him. Efo's wife ignored him. And even when he said, "What is going on here?" nobody responded to him. Nobody even attended or asked him anything. Before he realized, some people have come as security, and these people came, lay hands on him, and now the man with the big stomach started claiming that a gold watch is missing. And they suspect that Efo could have it. like play, like joke, they arrested Efo right there. Those security guys who came, they caught him, and they held him, and then they dragged him out of the room. The wife was quiet. The wife was not reacting. The wife was not saying anything. They took him out to the open party, took a microphone and announced that a gold watch, is missing, and they suspected that Ethel has taken it. And these people put their hands in Ethel's pockets, and lo and behold, they brought out the watch. Everybody was surprised. I mean, who come to a party and come and steal? And it was a big shame for Ethel because he doesn't know anything about any watch. He has not taken any watch. It happened that the whole thing was staged. Everything that happened was staged. Now, apparently, the wife was having an affair with the boss, who happened to be, I think, the owner of the company or one of the chief executives or one of the big men of the company. The wife was having an affair. So when Ethel entered into the room, the wife didn't even acknowledge her own husband, to the extent that when the husband was being accused of stealing a gold watch, she couldn't defend the husband because the whole thing was staged so that Ethel would be disgraced, sacked from the party, and then based on that, the wife would leave him. Ethel went home that night, and that night, the wife never returned to the house. Ethel was so worried because he loved the wife so much. Ethel loved the wife so much that he even gave the wife money to do BBL. BBL is called it Brazilian butt lift. Ethel took a loan from his workplace, gave it to the wife to go and do BBL, to go and lift her butts and buttocks, so that buttocks will look shapely and calm and calmly, to put it, attractive to him. And now this woman that she has sacrificed for all these years, and while this woman is paying her by leaving him. This woman is paying him by leaving him. Ethel went back to the house. The wife didn't come home that night. He called the wife's cousin. The wife's cousin was annoyed that he came to the party to steal. And Ethel explained that he didn't steal anything. The whole thing was staged. But Ethel couldn't reach the wife. He called the wife with several other numbers. The wife didn't respond. So this cousin, the wife's cousin, gave the big man, the man with the big stomach, he gave Ethel the picture of the man with the big stomach. And Ethel, out of frustration and depression and anger, started posting this man on his status with the caption, wife snatcher. With the caption, wife snatcher. And therefore, people begin to see his status and they were asking questions. Interestingly, the wife also saw the status and planted people to call Ethel to find out what was going on. And when Ethel was explaining the issues of what was happening with the wife and the boss, the man with the big stomach, they recorded him and they took some of the pictures. So this picture eventually ended up with the man with the big stomach, the man who was taking Ethel's wife from him. And this man didn't take it lightly, went to court and sued Ethel for defamation of character. So Ethel was summoned to the court. In fact, Ethel couldn't defend himself because there were evidences of the conversation he had with the people and the pictures. So Ethel was fined a huge amount of money. Imagine somebody taking your wife away from you, breaking your home, and this person has sued you, and on top you have been fined to pay this person. Ethel must now sell his car, sell his land and some properties that he had, and even he couldn't reach the amount that the court fined him. So he did what he could. Ethel is now worried and disturbed. The wife too was not coming home. So he spoke to the mother-in-law. One of the days he spoke to the mother-in-law, and the mother-in-law suggested that they should go and apologize to this man with a big stomach, the man who is taking the wife from him. How can someone be snatching your wife from you, has sued you and fined you that you are paying, And now you that you are the victim, you must go and apologize and beg this person. Ifo doesn't have any choice. Ifo wanted the wife to come back. So he listened to the mother-in-law and went to beg this man. When he got there, the wife was there. And this man's hand was on the wife bottles. The bottles that he gave money. He took a loan for the wife to go and do BBL. Somebody else has placed the man on it. And the mother-in-law was calling this man with big stomach the son-in-law instead. So Ifo has no choice, went on his knees and apologized. In fact, it was a very serious moment for Ifo. That day, when Ifo got to the house late in the evening, the wife has come with a pickup and she was packing her things to go to this man with a big stomach. You know, Ifo is so devastated. He wants to do something. But the family, the brother of the wife and the other family were warning him not to do anything against them. In fact, he even went ahead to do things against the man with the big stomach. But it appears it didn't work, or he was rather scammed. And so the problems were just compounding. In fact, at a point, he wanted to just harm himself, even together with his children. Because this woman, the wife, collected his things from the house, didn't bother about the children, doesn't care about the children, and now she's gone. She's going to stay with the boss. When Ifo later called the cousin again, the cousin started complaining and confessing herself that the position that had been given to the wife, she has been in the work for all this while and she never got those positions or that position. And yet the wife came in not too long and has been given that position. As we speak, the wife has left Ifo. Ifo's wife has left him and she is staying with the man with the big stomach, the boss. Ifo is devastated. He doesn't know what to do. He put his trust and everything in this woman, helped her educationally, financially, and now this is how the wife is paying back the help that he has done for her, to the extent of going for a loan to fix a bat, a buttocks, BBL, Brazilian butt lift. This is the situation. It's very sad that sometimes when we put our trust in somebody, we laugh so much. The same people turn around to stab us. But the man with the big stomach must know that what goes around come around, and he will reap everything that they are sowing today. Even the wife, they should be very careful, because what goes around come around. What do you think Ifo should do? Ifo wants the wife back, but as at now, the wife, there's no way she will come back. What can Ifo do for now? What do you think Ifo can do? Please leave it in the comment section below. If you have an advice for Ifo, he is devastated. He trusted the wife has betrayed him. With a man with a big stomach. We must be very careful with what we do to others, because it will be done to us. Remember to subscribe to our channel if you like true life stories. Things are happening. You never know it until you are told. And see you in the next video. Jesus loves you. Bye-bye.